Hello everyone, it's me, the usual. Ain't that fucking something? Yeah. So I intended to stream Cryptmaster, today. And then I had to push the I also was doing BIOMECH testing, and I had to push the test back a little bit, and then the test went long, because we did a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things to, like, poke at now. And we're getting closer. We're getting closer to what this is supposed to be, right? Because now we're moving away from a bunch of the, like, the core shit being wrong. And we're moving on to, like, the more pedantic shit. The things like definitions and, you know, rules and whatnot. Rather than, like, the core systems being worked on. So needless to say, there's plenty to do today. Granted, this is a mini stream. This is a little tiny one. But yeah, I got some writing to do. And we had a really good test session. I'm really happy with how the game is turning out. So without any fucking further ado, let's get at it. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Also, welcome in. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I've already done the honor of christening this as 0.3.2. Because let's go. So here's kind of what we have in terms of things to do with this new version. We need to add clarification for ability to weapon use. We need to add initiative to the top of character sheets. We're not going to focus on that. We're going to specify ability to action economy. We're changing the integrated feat to the integrated attribute to the mounted attribute. We're updating melee so it can't be mounted to the shoulder unless it specifically says so, in case I make something later. We're updating the language around skill checks for fails and success. We are adjusting the range band to have less restrictions for closer range. And let's see here. We're going to be talking about adding rules for crossfire in case your buddy's in your way. We're going to start using threshold as a term within the game. So, like, if something is threshold 97, you want to roll 97 or below, right? Just to really ingrain how you're supposed to play the game. We're going to adjust burning and blood loss for better player agency. They do damage right at the start of something's turn, and that can really take a turn away from someone and be a son of a bitch. So we're gonna see what we can do about that, and that might also work into adjusting overheat as like an attribute. So we're gonna kind of see where the night takes us. We're not gonna get to everything on my list. This is gonna be multiple days of work. but we're getting somewhere, and it's been really cool. Especially this last game, like the first two tests were something really rough. This felt like an actual game this time. This felt like something that could be played, which was I can't tell you how elated I am at progress. So, without fucking further ado, okay. Let's talk about success and failure. So here's the thing about my language in this game. It can be a bit weird, right? We have critical success and critical failure. But if we go down to the weapons, we're talking major criticals, minor failures, major failures. But up here, where we're talking about, you know, skill checks, it's advantages and disadvantages. So we're going to change some of the wording here. Also, hello, Juliet. Hello, Barbarian. I don't remember if I said hi. Hello, hello. We're going to change some of the wording. First off, we need to come up with something that's a bit more what we want it to be. So I do think success... hello, Barbarian. What's up? So, like, success, yeah, that's going to be that. But I think rather than critical success, I'm going to do extreme advantage, and then for critical failure, I'm going to do catastrophic disadvantage. To differentiate between skill checks and weapon checks, right? That's kind of the idea behind it. So we'll just knock this off the list first thing. Extreme advantage. Because now we're like, we have something. Yeah, I already kind of went over it. We have something that's like now solid and feels like a game. And now we're just making it clearer definitions. Oh, fuck. Alright. We'll start next to that, because we're working on it. But let's kind of take a look around here. Okay. Does task at hand. Okay. Failing, succeeding, turn stuff into a status effect? Not necessarily. So for this, so this is specifically for skill checks, out of combat checks, or in combat, like if you're intimidating someone or something like that. This is mainly like, hey, you know, if they succeed by this much, they get these bonuses, or, you know, you should reward them, etc. to this degree, blah, blah, blah. When you get into combat, then yes. Like, for example, let's go to the plasma launcher is a good one. It's a little split because formatting's a bitch when you have a million tables, but the idea here is that if you, and we're going to be changing this, whoops. Hello? Uh-oh. What just happened? Okay, nothing changed. Cool. This is going to be changed. These numbers are moving next to the things that they, next to the letters they have anything to do with. The idea is, like, if you do an extra good hit with this weapon, you gain an additional effect. Like, this one additionally does more, like, gains an additional Disruptor 3. So it's really good at keeping enemies from hitting you. And then, you know, if you do even better, it gains Disruptor 5 and you roll on the crit table, right? So weapons feel unique in the fact that when they crit, they can apply more status effects or do bonus things that they don't have prior. Like, for example, the autocannon doesn't normally get gore. You start critting, it does gore if you decide not to auto-fire with it. Right? That's kind of the juggle here. So, yeah, that's kind of where we're at. But, what I want to focus on right now is making sure that all the wording here is how it should be. So, it's just rolled. No longer critical success. We're talking extreme advantage now. Hello, Bowie. Bowie was just in the most recent test. And I haven't, whoa. Christ, I can type. It's late, I'm in a manic state, and I also have a margarita in front of me because it's just been a week. Getting boba tea? Hell yeah. Alright, so yeah, they roll extreme advantage. In no uncertain way, the players succeeded to such a degree the task has not only been completed, but to such a degree the players have the upper hand. They recover 3 strain. GM awards the players with what may be the upper hand. Cool. Awesome. But yeah, let's see here. I think everything else is... I don't think... and, okay, it takes 3 strains given a major disadvantage. Okay, yeah. Cool. Closes down at like 5 p.m. Yeah, both. I think... No, wait. I think the one across the street closes in like 22 minutes for me. I think they go 10 to 10. If I remember right. But I think that is actually... I think we've kind of updated the language around skill checks. That's easy. We need to go update the... melee. Weapons using engage range, uses force checks as the base stat and rolls. We're going to take this off. That's going to be defined on the weapon table soon. Those weapons use only engage range. Wow, I cannot type. These cannot be mounted to shoulder mounts. Unless otherwise specified. Okay. And then integrated. We're changing this. We're changing this entirely. We're going to change this to mounted. So it's... alright. Is mounted onto the BIOMECH, typically on the shoulder. And the fun thing is, BIOMECHs don't necessarily always have to have shoulders, but just for, like, the sake of definition, it's a shoulder mount, right? Because I imagine most players are going to keep their things more or less kind of like mecha, classic, like Gundam, semi-humanoid. But that isn't necessarily going to be the case at all times. Okay. That cannot be disarmed without the mounting point being removed or severely damaged or the weapon being purposefully removed. Okay. Alright. Because we're kind of getting rid of integrated because, for now, I've gotten rid of the bladed jaw weapon and the bone spur weapon. Those are going to come back in the beta. Because I have a system I'm workshopping for the beta specifically with character creation and everything, that those are going to be more applicable. Because it's going to be more focused on integrations and modifications to the biomech directly, rather than like mounts and what it's holding. Things like core expansions and armor expansions are going to go away in place of, like, for lack of a better word, hard points or some sort of modification, which is based on like the resilience or resolve. I think I might do resolve because how much the brain can handle. In terms of like the difference in body between pilot and mech, it's a whole thing. Anyway, mounted. Weapon is mounted on the biomech, typically on the shoulder. Biomech cannot be disarmed with this weapon without the mounting point being removed or severely damaged, or the weapon being purposefully removed for modification or replacement. Actually, weapons with this. Cute. Suffer a -5 to... Okay. 2 attack rolls. Cool. Another thing. Okay, so integrated to mounted. That says pretty done. Let's see here. Fuck, you know what? I forgot to post on Blue Sky that I'm streaming. Fuck it. This one's just for people who follow me more directly. By the way, BIOMECH is on Blue Sky at BIOMECH TTRPG. Wowie. I'm doing paperwork after the battle. This is true. Also, this battle... this test brought such wondrous joys as, oh no, he's in heat, and do they have my burger to the table? So, yeah. We're really normal at tests, let me tell you. Anyways. Where was I going? Oh, we also updated melee, so it doesn't go on shoulder mounts. It's so fucking normal. What was I reading? Because I'm not gonna go through every single weapon table tonight and update these. This is gonna be a longer project, probably for tomorrow or Saturday, if I'm being honest. Because this, the crit range is going to be moved into these. These are gonna tell you what their crit range is. And up here, it's just gonna tell you what ability this uses, so whether it uses coordination, force, resolve, etc. I do think I want to have some weapons using things like resolve. And especially some expansions. Like, for example, just while you guys are here, let me show you. I need to go break into the previous version, but let's open up Open Faith here. And, let me just, real quick. Where the fuck did I put display capture? Hello. And then, where is... Guys, I'm going fucking nuts. I need a... Okay. No. Wrong. Incorrect. Play? Hello? That one? No. That one? Yes. Okay, so here's Open Faith. Open Faith got a bit of a change. Previously, Open Faith, it had a laser cannon on the shoulder mount. Now it has the suck. The suck, in case you don't know or aren't reading right now, is the siphoning umbilical combat cannon, which sucks up blood from enemies. It's real cool. It's a vampire gun. Thank you, Feed, for the name, by the way. However, the core expansion on this mech is now the auxiliary blood tank rather than the thermal energy harness, which upped damage for energy weapons. So the thermal energy harness was a core expansion I had that upped damage for energy weapons if you were at or above heat 4. Now, it's a nice little healing item. So this tank can hold 10 blood. Any blood you deal over your maximum goes directly into the tank. Or any blood you heal over your maximum goes directly into the tank. So it works with the suck because the suck has transfusion 5. Transfusion means you take that much blood and you heal that much. So, anytime you're at your max, you're adding to the auxiliary blood tank. And what you can do is, if your friend's in dire straits, you can go over, or if you're in dire straits, you can spend an action to transfer 1/10 of your resolve score. So, for Open Faith, in the BIOMECH, their resolve is 70. Fuck. The resolve is 70. So they get to do, or they get to basically plug into someone else or themselves and give them 7 blood back, which is extremely useful, let me tell you. Yeah, they can take a sippy. And it's up to, so you can be like, okay, you get 5, and then I take an action, and I get 5, right? So yeah, I one of the first bits of feedback I got, and yeah, it was Fire, it was my partner. She was like, hey, it'd be really cool to have more support options. So I immediately made the auxiliary blood tank. Well, not immediately. I did have the second test, and then I made the auxiliary blood tank. I lied about being immediate. Oops. But, yeah. It's, you know, it's cool. It's cool is what it is. It's really cool. The suck is definitely one of the more complicated weapons, because it has so many attributes. It's just fragile, and integrated is going to be changed to mounted. That's, oh, you know what? Actually, hop. Let's go back here. Oh wait, hold on. Control F. Not what I wanted. I was still clicked onto OBS. Control F. Integrated. Find them all. Okay, some are integrated into the BIOMECH itself. Okay, that doesn't need to be changed. Find the next one. It's just the suck. Okay, that just needs to be changed to mounted now. If I can type. Alright. Yeah, okay, those are the only two. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Cool, cool, awesome, cool, awesome, cool, cool. Thanks, bye. Not bye yet. Sorry, I'm gonna apologize because I'm just in this weird manic state after the test, because it's probably the most. It's felt the most like a game that can be played after this test, and I cannot describe to you how fucking exciting that is to me. Right? Like I don't have words for just how like elated I am at the fact that it felt like a game that people could play rather than a rough idea. Goddamn. It's fucking cool. Alright. Oh, range bands. We're gonna go adjust some rules around range bands. So... Oh, where'd I put them? I know they're not too far from weapons. There you are. Okay, so here's the thing about range bands. So at this point in time, range bands dictate a weapon's effectiveness at range. Weapons can fire one range band above the listed range or two below, but get a -10 penalty. The range bands are as follows. We're gonna change this. So, Or 2 below. Okay. Weapons can fire 1 range span above, or 2 below, but get a -10 penalty. What's gonna happen is that I want to give weapons a grace period. Gonna go look for a bit, have video essays to watch for class. Good luck. What I'm gonna do is that things are gonna get a grace bit of range closer. So a long range weapon can also fire into medium range without too much trouble, right? And a medium range can fire into short range without too much trouble. But then closer than that is a problem. And I think any ranged weapon that doesn't have closer is going to be a -20. Because I want you to fire a marksman rifle at someone while they're right up on you. It's hard. They're gonna be pushing the barrel around. You're not gonna be able to do that good. The pistol... Oh! Before I forget. The pistol doesn't have closer. The pistol's going to get closer. Ta-da. That way it can be close range. Yeah. I also think what I'm gonna do, because closer is pretty restricting. Or closing. Whoops. Oopsies. I don't know why I thought it was closer. It's closing. Oh, wait, what's it say on the blast knuckles? Or not blast knuckles, boomstick. It also says closing. Fuck. Shit. Ass. Anyway. Closing. We're gonna go change that. Just a bit. Yeah, where did I put it? Closing. Weapon can be used in engaged range without any disadvantage, but can only be used up to short range. It has no effect at medium range. We're just gonna say it has a -10 penalty at medium range. That way, it follows all the rules of every other weapon. We're just redefining it here, so that there's no confusion. Yeah. I don't know. That's it. That's all I'm doing there. Okay, cool. All right. Because I think it makes sense for a pistol to be able to be used in engaged range. It's kind of, you know, pilots are like the best of the best. Honestly, pilots are... What if the Titanfall guys were on way more drugs? And had to take psychotherapy to exist. So it's that's kind of where we're at there. So I think they can use pistols within engaged range. They feel like that kind of John Wick type, for lack of a better word. I should play Titanfall 2 again. That game's fun. Anyway, that's not why we're here. So let's take a peek. Protocol 3. Yeah, no. Oh, God. No, I should play Titanfall again. Honestly, I think that'd be a good well of inspiration, because I've definitely forgotten parts of it. I still think one of the coolest things I've had a game tell me is, what, press left bumper to time travel? Or was it left trigger? No, it was left bumper. Or was it right bumper? Fuck. Anyway, press button to time travel is still one of the coolest fucking prompts I've seen. Titanfall is so fucking cool, man. Goddamn shame. Anywho. Up next on my shit to do is still the range band stuff. I got distracted. Like I said, I'm currently a bit manic. I apologize. Sorry I'm clicking my pen. The SERE kit. Wait, hold on, I'm thinking. Oh, yeah. Yeah, near the end? Yes. Fuck. Okay. We're gonna change this entirely. Dictate. Okay, weapons can be fired one range band above their listed range. We're gonna get rid of this. Get a -10 penalty. Two range. God, I can really type right now. Weapons firing two range bands below the range. Also get a -10 penalty. Whoops, forgot a space. Any ranged weapon firing in engaged without... God, fuck me. There we go. You gotta have closing. There. Can I stream my playthrough of Titanfall 2? That might be fun. Maybe I'll do that in November. I got my October's pretty taken up. By the way, Mondays are gonna start being Resident Evil 4 remake. That'll be fun. Anyways, which I guess I'm like a year behind. But when have I ever been playing games that are right out, fresh off the presses? Not often. Okay. We have just adjusted range bands to have less restrictions. Oh! Speaking of restrictions, totally watch out both of those. Well then, stick around, baby! We gotta go talk about... Alright. There's some stuff we gotta talk about. Burning. It does damage at the start of a player's turn. Now, here's the thing. That takes away a lot of player agency, I'll be honest. I would rather, and Eric was in this last session group as well. Eric made a fantastic point. Why not have the player have the option to make a check to pad out the fire? Like, they can use an action to take away some of the burning. Like, let's say they could take away 2 levels of burning by spending an action. That way, it doesn't outright fucking kill someone right at the start of the turn. It does the damage at the end. And this was kind of shared across the entire test group as well. Eric is the one who initially brought it up, I believe. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, anyone else in the test group. But yeah, so we're gonna adjust that. Alright. Eric brought that particular point up? Yeah. Alright. Takes damage equal to the burning at the end of their turn. They lose 2 levels of burning each turn until they reach 0. If an enemy is hit with burning, the levels are either... Here, hold on. This needs to be entity, not an enemy. An entity is hit with burning. Their levels are either set to the level the weapon has or stays at the same level, whichever is higher. Burning ignores soak and dealing damage. Alright. Additionally, an would be proper. An entity can fucking suck my fat hog, bot. Get out of here. Anyways. Sorry, I got violent. An entity can... Let's see. Let's actually take a peek at... Do I still have open faith? No, I don't. Alright, let's go take a peek at skills. That's combat rolls. Yaha. So, when it comes to... I think when it comes to patting yourself down, getting fire off of you, I think perhaps a reaction speed check is applicable. Either that or coordination. I think reaction speed, personally, for the sheer fact of diversifying which stats are useful. I just feel like, you know, it would be good to have that. His coordination's already for weapons, and reaction speed is for initiative, but that's about it at the moment. And I guess, you know, whatever else. So I think maybe for patting down fire, reaction speed. Let's go back down there. Where's burning? Upgrade fire suppression system. Increase the reduction by X. Oh, I'm way ahead of you. That's a plan. Fire suppression systems were like one of the first, like, oh, that should be an upgrade to mechs, like, ideas I had. Surprise, fire suppression's important. Remember, guys, be sure your fire extinguishers are checked, up to date, and properly, you know, maintained. And if you don't have a fire extinguisher, I'd recommend at least getting a small one. At the very least. It's important. Don't let all your shit burn. Go fucking... Please. This is me begging you. Get a fire extinguisher. Oh my god. Why the fuck don't you have one, you little fucking gross little nematode? Ugh. Don't talk to me. Ew. You don't have a fire extinguisher? Ugh. Gross. Ugh. Sorry. But no, in all reality, it's important, and you should prioritize that. It's good to have, just in case. Because you never plan for a fire. You don't plan on setting things on fire. That's the message I'm giving here. Have I preached enough yet? Probably. Anyways, speaking of fire, it's also a fairly decent weapon for self-defense. True. This is very true. You hit someone with a fire extinguisher, they're gonna fucking feel it. Speak for yourself. Well, okay, you don't plan on setting your house on fire unless you're committing insurance fraud. Are you happy? Fuck! Ah! Additionally, an entity can... Whoops. Space early. Make a reaction speed. Let's capitalize that so people know it's a thing. Talking about beating the shit out of someone with a fire extinguisher? Yeah, it's good for you, I think. You can make a reaction speed check. Ooh. We'll say you can lower the level of burning by 2. It's gonna take time to pat yourself down. So if you want to remove 6, I'm sorry, that's all 3 actions. Me, not the victim. Yeah. It depends on who you're beating with a fire extinguisher. You shouldn't beat people with a fire extinguisher, typically. That's illegal, and I should not say that you should do that. You shouldn't do that. That's bad for you. Well, it's bad for them, and that's bad for you when you go to court later. Alright, let's be real here. Let's be pragmatic about it. Shouldn't do that. Exceptions. Maybe they're into... Maybe that's how they come. Maybe that's how they get off, alright? If you need to be beaten by a fire extinguisher to come, I'm not trying to step on your turf here. Alright? Everyone has their own ways. If you consent, it's okay. Guys, I think I've lost the plot here. Essential ass beating? Yeah, that's the thing. Impact play is a very real kink. Alright? Shout out to all my freaks. Okay. We're gonna go talk about bleeding now. Thanks. Yeah, don't kink shame. Unless it's like some shit that harms people without their consent. Then that's wrong and bad. If you fucking come at me saying lollicon's a kink, I'm gonna kick your goddamn windpipe out of your chest. Wait, no, out of your throat. Well, I guess it does go down into the chest a bit. You know what I mean. If you're into kids, I'm gonna fucking get you. Violently. You will not be the same person when I'm done. Dental records will not be enough. I'm sorry, this is a joke. I'm sorry, Twitch. You'll probably get mad at me for saying that. That I intend to beat up a pedophile. Yeah, kink doesn't equal crime most of the time. Crimes are... Listen. I'm not going to get into it too far. Crime versus actual harmful activity can very much differ. Anyways. Blood loss. That's what I wanted to talk about. Why are you beating me up? Oh my god. Beat Up J has been having some problems recently. That's the reason we say be gay, do crime. Yeah. Hold on. Why am I getting text message? Ah. They want me to vote. I mean, I'm gonna. But fuck, leave me alone. Son of a bitch. Oh yeah. Sorry, I also got a God, I got this fucking funny ass hold on. Oh, whatever. It won't let me pull it up. Bastard. Bastard phone. Won't let me pull up my spam folder. Anyway, I basically got a text like that was just like, "Hey, and answer honestly. Are you voting Democrat?" The most like dejected teenager text I've gotten since I was in high school. It was like, "Hey, ... answer honestly." Or sorry, it was, "Hey, answer honestly ... Are you going to be voting Democrat for election, please?" Okay, I embellished a little bit, but you get the point. It was very dejected, like, teenager. It was very funny. Touching fingers together, looking up at me. Was it all lowercase, no punctuation? Okay, no, it wasn't all lowercase and no punctuation. So sorry, it was a dejected 25-year-old. who acts like a high schooler. Which is boomers and teens. Yeah, I can only say I really only use ellipses for, like, mostly comedic effect at this point. Anyway, blood loss. We're talking about losing blood. Jesus. Blood loss. Here's what I'm gonna do. Entity takes 2 blood damage at the start of its turn. We're gonna say at the end. And takes a -3 penalty. I feel like this might be a little too crazy because the -3 penalty and also kill in combat checks. We're gonna bring this down to 1. Urging people submit essays for peer review in my class and they type like this, no punctuation, capitalization. Makes me want to rip my hair out. Like, here's the thing, in a casual setting, that's perfectly fine. If I'm writing a goddamn essay, like, hold on. This doesn't have a period at the end of it. Fuck. Everything else does. Come on. Oh, fuck. This doesn't either. Shit. Yeah, it's a college class. Yeah. Okay. So, blood loss, bad. Burning. Alright. Burning the start of their turn. At the end of the entity's turn, remove 2 ranks of burning. You know what I'm gonna do? To make a thing, because the flamethrower, when you minor crit, the target loses maximum blood equal to the level of burning they currently have. I'm wondering if I do something burning that affects maximum health. I think what I'm going to do is, so at the end of the entity's turn, remove 2 ranks of burning. Additionally, remove one blood from their maximum blood pool. So, like, if you have a maximum of 17, you now have a maximum of 16, right? Until you get downtime, basically. Which is what I'm defining as, like, instead of a long rest, short rest, it's downtime. There's not really dungeons to do in this, I guess. It's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's not D&D. Different thing. Fuck that. Fuck them dragons. Get them out of here. I don't want them. Dungeons? Bullshit. Fuck that. Wizards of the Coast? Axe. I hate them. Truly though. But that's a different story. Roof ranks burning. Additionally, okay, Bard. No, fucking the Wizards of the Coast as a company does not deserve our business. Truly, they constantly treat us like shit. They're now adding AI after promising they wouldn't. They are just overall bastards. I mean, really, it's Hasbro that's probably pushing them, but Wizards of the Coast is owned by Hasbro, and thus we have to assign blame to both, really, because it's probably both. Yeah, WotC can burn in a fucking fire. They, like, the only time they respond to anything is when the community lashes back hard enough. Yeah, and also, yeah, they sent the fucking Pinkertons over in Magic the Gathering card. The motherfucking Pinkertons. Yeah, WotC can choke on a fat hog, alright? I don't want them anywhere near my shit. I have, like, Puzzle Box, I have already sworn off 5e. Puzzle Box is the last 5e campaign I will take part in. I will no longer be playing D&D 5e after Puzzle Box. Pinkertons? Oh boy, do the Pinkertons have a storied history of union busting, killing people, all kinds of shit, really. Yeah, I'd look them up. A lot of fun. Yeah. The Pinkertons are real fun. If the Pinkertons get sent after you, it's not good. It's real bad. Good thing well, never admit to that. You borrow them from a friend. First rule of piracy, you're borrowing from a friend. Second rule, never fucking tell anyone where you got it unless you really trust them. And even then, never, ever do it over social media. Never where someone else can see it. Never where a company can see it, if you can help it. Never, ever. That's how they get caught. That is how I have lost contact with many friends, let me tell you. That's how we'll put it. Anyways, that's not why we're here. We're talking about blood loss and burning. Okay, so remove 2 ranks of burning. Additionally, remove point of blood from the... Remove 1... Wow, I can type. God, no. Okay, remove 1 point of blood from the maximum. Okay, additionally, remove 1 point of blood from the maximum blood pool? That doesn't sound right. From the maximum... Huh. Hold on. Let's see. How do I want to word this? I feel like my wording is going to get real awkward here. One point of blood from the maximum... Huh. I guess amount. From the maximum amount. This is restored during downtime. Or remove 1 point of blood from the blood pool maximum. Also, blood needs to be capitalized, as we're kind of giving it more of a proper place here. Blood pool maximum. Sure, this one's downtime is best. I also need to define downtime. I haven't done that yet, but I haven't needed to in my tests, so it's very low priority. We won't do it yet. Okay. So we've made burning and blood loss better for player agency. Or we should say additionally... Okay, let's read this. Entity takes damage equal to the level of burning at the start of their turn. At the end of the entity's turn, remove 2 ranks of burning. Additionally, remove 1 point of blood from the blood pool maximum and restore this once downtime has passed. Here, we'll say additionally, if the... Additionally, if the entity takes burning damage, remove 1 point. There we go. we'll makes more sense for a period here. Additionally, okay, and then semicolon there. Cool. I think that makes more sense. We've left more player agency. We've differentiated burning and blood loss. Blood loss makes it so it's harder to hit things. Burning makes it so you have less max HP. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool, cool, awesome, cool. Let's see. We need to start establishing threshold as a term. Threshold. So here's where we're gonna start. Yeah, setting, blah, 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 blah. Basic mechanics. Cool, cool, cool. Blood. Here's where we're gonna start. Roll a D100. So what we're gonna say is, if you fail 3 times, your character dies. Roll threshold 3. Threshold, the definition of it is you need to roll 3 or below. 3 is your threshold. So, roll threshold 3, your character comes back as one of the dredge. Favorite in Microsoft Word, I miss when times New Roman's in the default. Anytime I add a header or page number, the wrong font. I just set it as default and you just search around and do that because it's on something frustrating to me. Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Well, because it's been dictated that sans serif fonts tend to be more readable, which I do agree. In the most part, there are some little oddities here and there where I think that serifs do triumph, such as lowercase l and capital I, shit like that. But I think maybe lowercase l should have a little curve at the bottom, but you know, what do I fucking know? But yeah, I hear you. Times change. Locos. Like, this one usually wants to do... This program, LibreOffice, defaults to something called Liberation Serif, which is fine. But I've changed it over to Arial for BIOMECH. Okay. Default is Aptos or something? Set my MLA format ways. I'm writing formal paper for class. Something it needs to be right. Ah, that's fair. Fucking Aptos? I don't think hold on. Looking up what Aptos is right fucking now. What the fuck is Aptos? Grotesque sans serif typeface. Original name Bierstadt. Sans serif typeface in the Nero grotesque style developed by Steve Madison, released in 2023 as the new default font for the Microsoft Office suite, replacing the previously used Calibri font. See, and that's the thing, Calibri's good. No, I don't want to learn. Okay. Zapdos is Calibri. Okay. So it's a little shorter. Huh. All right, chat. We're going. Hold on. Sorry, I have a thing for this. We're in the tangent zone. Personally, Aptos ain't bad. If I'm being honest, it ain't bad. But Calibri's like classic. Calibri. I don't know. What now? Aptos or Calibri? Sorry. No, we don't have to do this. Not a bad font, just not the right thing for school papers. I mean, if it's the default for Microsoft Word, and that's, you know, business, like the standard thing, fair. Okay, we'll leave the tangent zone. Tangent zone done. Cool. Okay. Where was I? So, I need to make crossfire rules. We need to start using threshold as a term, which is going to kind of be a long-form thing here. So we're not going to get that done tonight. That's the first thing I could think of. It's got to be Times New Roman size 12. I can't break it. Oh yeah, no, I learned the same thing. Times New Roman size 12. That is, I learned that too. That's gonna be done when I work on weapon tables. That's gonna be done when I work on character sheets. That's gonna be done when I work on weapon tables. In all honesty, we've kind of hit what I'm going to be able to do tonight. I mean, I could start on other stuff. Matter of what I want to really like. Is there anything I want to partially do, right? That's the question. You know what? Here, you know what? Chat. Here's what we can do. We can go look at the feedback form together. Let's go look at feedback. There's been 6 feedbacks submitted before this one. Before this last test. Let's take a peek. Ooh, there's 2 new responses. Okay. Okay, so you can see it's improved. This is improved. This number's gone up. Okay. I don't know if it was like fun system. Did not end up doing too much during combat due to consistent beefing rolls. Crit major failing a lot. Okay. That's getting good. Okay. Big numbers and bountiful effects, lots of room for combat shenanigans, doesn't get too complicated in terms of number of mechanics. Okay, that's strongest component. Weakest component. Combat was only 1.5 for all turns, definitely on the faster end, but it wasn't all just crit hits. There were more major minor success failures than normal ones, which kind of takes away the novelty of a crit. Okay, terminology, formatting, consistent and clear. That's what we're working on. This is also something I'm going to be working on. We're adjusting damage numbers is coming in, probably. Flaws need immediate fixing. Biggest issue is getting used to the threshold system and some confusions with it. We're working on that, especially with talking about better definitions. Negative penalty being under the range band feels weird. It seems it'd be annoying trying to shift back and forth, same proper range. Range band feels too narrow for that. Okay. Alright. Once the threshold system gets standardized in writing, I think it'll be a lot easier to understand intuitively. Modifier column does help, but conditional modifiers like shoulder mount and range penalties can start to be difficult to keep track of. That's... yeah, that's fair. Alright. And... yay, love. Haha, dicks. Alright. Anyway. So we can actually kind of see how things have moved on. So far, this is from the first test. Obliterating 2 mechs in a single turn. That's when the heat system didn't increment from 1 to 3 to 6, right? It's when it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now it's, you know, more punishment for taking more heat actions, basically. Let's see, strongest components, easy and consistent interactions, okay. Potential for war crimes, yeah, gotcha. That was old. Initiative is intuitive, we've fixed that. The numbers game, we're fixing that. He can be abused, fixed. Mostly. War crimes, one done, you get hit once. We're working on that. Yeah. Let's see here. Keep track of all debilitating. Okay. Da, 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 da. Let's keep track of beneficial stat changes on the fly. Okay, did that with character sheets that are updated. Okay. Crits, major crits need fixing. Yeah, that did happen. Major crits used to let you also roll an additional d10 for damage, and it just let you fucking kill. Wasn't great. Okay. Yeah, this is something that we adjusted as well. Yeah, easy to learn how to keep track of, easy to learn until the heat system. Keeping track of changes can be relatively simple. Just be conservative with their heat gauge. Use more liberal with theirs, because their needed skill checks and actions change frequently enough to make keeping track of everything quite a bit more difficult. Okay, yeah. Yeah, all stuff we're kind of getting at. Okay, yeah, definitely. This is definitely like heat system. I'm glad people like it and are talking about it, or at least interested in it. This is kind of the form I'm basing a lot of stuff on. So yeah, we'll additional modifiers. That's definitely one that's gonna be hard to like really adjust for. I'm trying to think of how I'd go about that. Because here, let me show you what a character sheet looks like right now. We need to go. Okay, we're in 3.1. Let's open up Open Faith. This is what it looks like right now, where you have your attributes, then you have their modifier, and what that total is, right? But, you know, melee weapons tend to use force, ranged weapons tend to use coordination. Okay, cool. Kind of the deal, though, is that when you get around to it, sorry, I'm clicking my pen again. Ah, stop it. When you get around to it, it might be hard because, for example, flamethrower, arm cannon, the shoulder mount. Shoulder mounts get a -5 penalty to rolls. This is going to be changed. This is a 3.1 document, so I'm keeping it the same. Character sheets are going to be updated to 3.2. Or sorry, 0.3.2. Here soon. It'll be upgraded to mounted. Yeah, they get a -5, so you'd add that -5 and say you're out of range, so it needs to... Yeah. It's a whole mess. But at most, that's gonna add... Plus, it's either gonna be +15 with shoulder mount, plus 10 if it's not, or plus 20 or 25. So I think that's easy enough arithmetic now, especially with the grace added. It's gonna be less common. I think that is kind of as good as we're gonna get for now, at least. Obviously, like I said, I'm gonna be getting some work done. I'm gonna work with some people to make the character sheet better. I don't think I can make it the best it's going to be. It's definitely a weak point for me. Either way. Yeah. Honestly, I think that's all I can really do for the night before I gotta go to bed for work. I'm wondering if there's anything else I want to fuck with before I call it. We still got plenty to work on. I can make crossfire rules. Let's go to combat. Combat. Playing combat. We got attacking, moving, reloading, taking cover. Assisted reloads, Overwatch, using heat, and let's add crossfire, baby. Heading 4. Crossfire. Oh, good honk. Why is it Liberation Seraph? Stop doing that. Arial. Font size 11. Fuck you. Become Arial. Bastard. Anyways. If you fire a weapon... Your... Whoops, not you, Rally. Your ally or another... Your ally or another entity is in. Fireline crosses the space your ally or another entity is in. How do I want to do this? Do I want it to be... Do I want it to be a skill check? Or do I want it to be a... Like... I'm wondering, if you roll like a minor or major failure, it... Huh. Well, no, because then people could abuse that and put an enemy between an enemy. Make a really disadvantageous shot. I don't think I want to involve minor or major failures. So I think I'll say make a... reaction speed check? Or coordination. Just another... Oh, that'd be 2 coordination check. That... Huh. I don't know, actually. I don't know where to take this. Put a weapon in an opponent, and the fire line crosses the space your ally or another entity is in. I feel like we're already making coordination checks for firing the weapon. So a second coordination check doesn't help. We're in a bit of a pickle. How do I want to define this? What kind of checks do you have? Well, glad you asked. Here, you know what? Let's open the nice color-coded one. We have just the base ability checks, which are might, agility, resolve, wit, and speech. And then we have things like force, resilience, and domination, coordination, slick, and reaction speed, will, steadfast, and insight, knowledge, systems, and logic, and charisma, intimidation, and cunning. And really, I want to try and stay with these 15 for as long as I can. I feel like 15's a good number. Well, technically it's 20. But, you know what I mean. I mean, reaction speed check to, like, avoid shooting who... Let's make reaction speed more important. And so it would be a slick check. Slick is like stealth, kinda. Yeah. I think maybe a reaction speed check is... I think that makes sense. The question is, what difficulty do I want to make it? Because I'm thinking, rather than have it be a regular check, make it a difficult check, right? I think that would make sense, personally. Because let's go look at skill checks. Let's take a peek at some skill checks. Up, up. Because you have standard, difficult, and extreme up here. So equal to or under the stat they're rolling for. Difficult is they must roll equal to or under half. Extreme is 1/4. Ooh. Actually, we had our first extreme check. It was a joke, but we had our first extreme check this test. Another milestone. So yeah, I think maybe a difficult reaction speed check to adjust. Makes the most sense to me. So sad that outcome. He didn't get burger. No burger! Fuck! Damn it! Okay. Here, another entity is in. Make a difficult reaction speed check. If you fail, yeah, we'll say if you fail, roll the attack against the entity blocking the target. go update the index here. Update. Alright, ta-da, Crossfire's there now. And I think that might be a good place to leave it, personally. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good place to leave it for now, in terms of, like, shit that, can be done. 'Cause I gotta go to bed soon. Because I got fucking work in the morning. I gotta be paid at my job that I despise. Eh. Anyways, I think, yeah, I think we'll call it here. Call it good. I think that's some good progress. We got a good chunk checked off on the checklist. And yeah. Let's go throw you guys at someone, shall we? Let's go see who's live. Doctor Session? Oh yeah, for sure. Alec is going. We're gonna go throw you guys at Alec. So, Whimsy Plush, if you aren't aware, longtime friend of the channel. You don't know him, you go watch him. He's cool. Love that guy. But yeah, I'm gonna dip on out of here. Thank you guys for watching. Do appreciate it. I will be back. Not tomorrow, but Saturday. I'll be back Saturday. With Control, with Krav. I think the cat is attacking my partner. Anyway, I'm gonna go take care of that. Get the fuck out of my house. Thanks for watching.